It's Chris Johnson. I'm going to be teaching you Tears in Heaven by Eric Clapton. So this first time I'm just going to go through the song just very easily, and not very fast, not very slow, just medium speed, so you can kind of get a feeling of what it takes to play the song. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'd say it's 10. On some of my other videos I'm actually singing and playing at the same time, and that's quite a bit harder, but it's an awesome song, and I just love the guitar part of it especially. So the singing's not too difficult, but when you combine them it's difficult, but this is about guitar, so let's stick to that. So probably going to divide this up into at least 2 to 3 videos, because at least the first part is just kind of seeing in general what I'm doing. I'm going to go through a verse, go through a chorus. The second video will be going into detail on every single note, so you'll know how to play it. And the third part will be just tips and tricks, and I'll add the bonus part of the actual solo that was on the live version on Eric Clapton's album. So here we go. That's the basics of it. It's a lot harder to kind of remember where you're going to, go through the bridges and choruses and that, unless you're actually kind of either recording a song or kind of listening to the song or singing at the same time. So, but anyways, that's the basics of the song. Let's just go through the beginning part of the song. So you'll also notice I'm not using a pick, one of these. So that's important. When I first listened to the song, I thought, I can get away with hybrid picking or something like that. But no, you don't want to. It's actually probably more difficult, and I didn't actually attempt it. But myself, I'm more of a rock guitarist, so I came at it with my experience is just shredding and blues solos and all that. So I've never actually not used a pick. I've always used a pick. So I've never actually done finger picking, and I did actually take classical guitar. So I did. I lied about that. So I did actually do some finger picking, but that was back in the day, and I've completely forgotten all about it. So I'm learning it all again. So let's go through just the beginning part of the song and just show you, what I'm doing here. So as you can see, finger picking, use your thumb to pick the first two strings, E and A, and then you're basically gonna pick and sometimes strum the other four strings. So you're gonna be, the beginning of the song is like this. So you can repeat the same note twice here, which is your G and B string 2nd fret with your index finger. So here, let's do this again. So the notes are E, F sharp on the E string. You can do it two different ways. You can go up. I'm probably playing it slightly different than maybe the guitarist for Eric Clapton does, but I just like it the way I do it. It's just a bit more cool and a few more notes added in to give it that little extra something. So anyways, here's the first part of the game. Yeah, I made a mistake in the beginning. I shouldn't have played this twice. It should have been just once. So this is your G and B strings, 1st finger, 2nd fret. Like that. So play those one note and then chord, and then hammer on here, 3rd fret, B string, and hammer off, and then move up two frets. So you're on the 4th fret of the G string and the 5th fret of the B string. So the whole thing again is. So I got to do it. I got to play it faster to get it to make sure I'm playing the right notes. Yeah, it's actually more complicated than I thought. So I actually have to play it at speed to make sure I'm actually going to tell you, how to play it, how to play the right notes when I'm doing it slow. So let's try that again from the very beginning. I just slide down. You can go up if you want, so you can do something like this, or you can do, which is probably what the original song is, but I just like to add a few more notes. And then this is from the actual recorded version, so you do like kind of a riff, just a fill-in riff. You don't have to do anything. You could just continue strumming, or just kind of like a rocking chair action, I guess I'd call it. So you can do it two ways. You can do it, the intro can be like this, like that, or it can be just mimics the recorded version more closely, so I kind of like it. So that's kind of the first part of the intro. So let me do that again slowly, just so you can get it. So I'll just explain the notes again. So it would be so you're hammering off B, 2nd fret, and then picking with your finger G string, 2nd fret, and then you do the noodling, which is this. It's totally up to you. You don't need to do this, or you can. Oh, this is just one way of doing it. You can go, and then. Now, if you've already been playing guitar, you don't really need to tell me. You don't really need me to tell you the notes. So, but you know, as long as I'm playing it slow enough, you'll eventually get it. You just have to rewind the video, play it again, and keep trying until you get it. So, make it a bit tedious for me to actually name off which notes I'm playing. I'm just going into the frets of which strings I'm playing. So that's seems to be the better way of doing it for me. So let me do this all again. There you go. So let's, I can just break that down in just the first bit of notes into the actual frets played. So open E, and then 2nd fret E, which is F sharp, and then A string, all done by your thumb, except you're hammering on here, and then you hit it with your middle finger, G string, 2nd fret, which is A. So it's basically A, 2 A's, an octave above. Play an A chord, A minor. Well, not a real A minor. It's just, I'm not sure the actual name of the chord, but it's an A chord. So you can play sort of an A chord. It's not really an A chord. It's actually, anyways. So you're hammering on E, A, D, G, B string, 3rd fret, and then you're hitting G, 2nd fret again. You're moving both fingers up 2 frets, so you're on G, 3rd fret, and B, 4th fret. Oh, don't forget to hit the E again, and then you move your index finger up to the 3rd fret and use your thumb. After you hit these 2 notes, of course, you can go up again, just move 2 frets again, and keep your fingers in the same position, but move up 2. Or you just say. It's hard for me to do it slow. So you actually got to move back down to the same position you were, which is G and B string, 2nd fret. So then you hammer off after that, B string, hammer off, 2nd fret. So you play it with as a chord. And then the acoustic version does this, so you can just hit the G string and E string with 2nd fret, and then you can do, this is the kind of the fill-in, so you're playing the actual song and then you're doing a fill-in before you get to the chorus part. So here you go. So that is 2nd fret, of G and E, 4th fret and 6th fret of G and 5th fret of E. And you just go back down the same way you came up. And then open E and you're playing an A basically, or you're playing a G sharp on the G string. And then you kind of go back to where you were. Now you're kind of getting to the alternate picking. So this is kind of where the song is constantly doing alternate picking. Like, so it's kind of like a kind of folky feel to it, I guess. So you get back down to there, and so just at the, you play the same notes as you were at the beginning, which is G 2nd fret, B 3rd fret, and then you hit F sharp on the lower E string, and then just an open E. Ring finger down to B string, 2nd fret. So you're playing the same thing, kind of alternate picking again. And then you do a hammer off again. So you do a B down to A. So you do B, A, or no, that's the you're doing like a C to B. So you're playing 2nd fret of the B string, and then hammer off to open. Oops. And then, you know, picking with your finger, G string, 2nd fret. Oops. Oops. And then you're hitting G string 1st fret and B string open. You're going back to the alternate picking again with your thumb on the E string, which is quite common throughout this whole song, so you're going to have to kind of get used to this. This sounds great. I love the tone of everything, just the chords. Back up to your kind of starting position on these two strings. It's G and B 2nd fret, and G 4th fret, and G string 4th fret, and B string 3rd fret. And that's it for the that's, yeah, I guess you'd call that the verse. And then you kind of get to what do you call it? Yeah, this is more the chorus. So this is kind of the chorus. After this is the first verse. You just kind of alternate back and forth between the chorus and the verse. Oops. So you'll notice I'm using my thumb, because how else would you do it, right? So you're doing this fairly easy, right? You're just using your first 3 fingers on E string 2nd fret and G and B. So just alternate picking again. This is more of the chorus, so let's do this again. I have to do it at speed, otherwise I get all mixed up. Oops. Let me do that again. forgot. Sorry, I made a mistake. Okay, it's these. That's why I got mixed up. I was missing one string there. Okay. So we have G, B, and E strings, all playing the 2nd fret. Or you can play all 3 notes if you want. Or you can do, I kind of do alternate. So I alternate between picking 2 and 3. And don't forget your first finger is on the 2nd fret of the lower E string. That's why I had my thumb. Because how would you not use it, right? What are you going to use if you're not going to use your thumb? Like, it took me a while to get used to using your thumb, but you have to use it. So, oops, let me do that again. Oops. Not there, here. So the last part of that alternate picking session of the chorus is B string 2nd fret. Kind of giving it a cool sound to that chord. So you're picking G and B string, 2nd fret, and open on G. 2nd fret of B, open on G, and open on E. And open on high E as well. Do that again. There we go. So this is a bit of a strange sounding chord, but this kind of resolves the whole chord progression. So you have D and G string, 2nd and 3rd fret, and E string 2nd fret. And then you move up a bit. I kind of switch around. You could probably use your thumb, it'd be better. So if you started off like so, well, then you can't move your thumb up, so 2nd and 3rd finger on D and G string. D string is 2nd fret. G string is 3rd fret. And then lower E string, 2nd fret. So kind of bar chord, which would be D string 2nd fret, G string 4th fret. And then you use your thumb again because it's easier on the E string 2nd fret. Oh, you can skip that note. It's kind of hard to go back there. So you just leave it. Oh, there we go. Oops, let me do that again. And then this is the actual ending of that particular chorus. Back to kind of your beginning part of the song. G string 2nd fret, and then B string 3rd fret, and then A string 2nd fret, and then just an open E. You just go. Sorry. Stop it with your hands or let it ring out, and then you're just back to the beginning again. So this is the very ending of the chorus. repeating the same thing over and over again, essentially the same thing. And then of course there's the bridge, which is easy. It's just strumming. So you're basically just doing 4 chords. Back into kind of the ending of a verse. So that is G string, 1st fret, and B string, G string, B string open, and then you got 2nd fret. So that's kind of repeating what you did in the first verse. Yeah, this 4th fret, G string, and 3rd fret, B string. And you're back to a verse again. So that's kind of a good intro to that song. And I didn't go into enough detail. I made a few mistakes as well, but I need to go into a lot more detail on every section of the song. And don't forget the solo. You're playing that up here. It doesn't sound good by itself, but you know, if you're playing in a band situation, it's going to be a lot better with a 2nd guitar or something like that, because you're not playing the lower string to accompany it. So, but that's kind of the solo. You're just moving it all the way up 12 frets. So, but I'll get into that again in a lot more detail if you watch the next video. So that was kind of a good intro to Tears in Heaven by Eric Clapton. Also on another video of mine, I actually played the entire song from beginning to end while singing. So that's that all ties it all together. Without singing, you can't really get a bearing on where you are in the song, and you'll get lost very easily. So that's the way to do it. If you can kind of sing along, hum along while you're playing it, then you won't lose your place. So yeah, great. Hope you enjoyed it. Thanks so much.